Bruh. Price gonna dip. Bruh. Bruh.
Hey, traders. Welcome to the meltdown stream. Well, meltdown stream for some altcoins. What's up, Sushi and Saki? Thanks for the $5 super chat, man. Before I could even say anything, thank you, dude. So yeah, that centerpiece of conversation today is XRP and then the alts, where if you don't know by the thumbnail or just looking at a chart, XRP certainly lost 50% of its value in less than 24 hours, chat. Not a joke. Now, the thing is, it was down 50% and now it's only down 40%. So yes, it has bounced 10% in the past 30 to 40 minutes, along with some altcoins. But still, man, the blood, there's so much blood in the altcoin market. And you don't need to look any further than a couple charts, the Bitcoin dominance chart and the total 2 chart. All right, so as you can see, this is the same chart I've had on Bitcoin for multiple days now, right? It's just the rectangle. The Hey song couldn't get us to break the resistance, right? We could never confirm the breakout, fell right back into it, sold off to the heart line, then rallied early this morning to fail once more before this price action occurred. And so $700+ swing from 22,600 to where we went. I think we went up to like 22,400, pulling back a little bit now, but less than an hour till your daily candle close, which is not a big deal, man. I mean, just an indecision candle after you bullishly engulfed yesterday, really not that big of a deal. If it's Bitcoin. Now everything else, really bad, man.
Update.
What's up, Stephen M? Yeah, we can look again. That had a good day. Trade setup stuff, stocks, different market than crypto. So while you're waiting for altcoins to lose 40, 50, 20, 30% of their value, other markets are just being normal. Just, they still exist. So that's what I'm saying, man. That's why you try to, if you're only in crypto, I mean, like, if you're watching this stream only because you got into the markets because of crypto, let me use this time as being a gateway pundit to join another market, which is traditional markets, where all the research, of all these chart patterns and divergence stuff, all that research was done for like 100 years over there that I learned from geniuses and trying to apply it here in the crypto market. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna freak out a little bit when you see where these altcoins are. Some altcoins hit their March COVID crash lows or near them anyway. Very, very bad technical damage done across the board. Yeah, we'll look again. Yeah, that's right. Too much opportunity on other markets. There's always an opportunity, man. But there's not always an opportunity on any given one market, right? That's why it's good to diversify the markets you participate in. So yeah, I guess you could say, oh, a short would have been good today on any run-of-the-mill S coin. Sure, I guess so. Yeah. But imagine shorting Bitcoin. Like, what happens if someone was like shorting Bitcoin, down at 22.6? They're liquidated, or probably, especially if they leverage. Well, if they leverage, they're already liquidated. I mean, it's just really tough to say, being so, just taking shorts in bullish market like this, at least on Bitcoin, just based on the fact that we have some sort of supply issue going on, supply crisis maybe. OTC institutions trying to just massively buy up every single day new Bitcoins. So, all right, if we fell below that hard line, I figured if we got a candle close below it, we'd be seeing 22.2. But we never got a candle close below it. We just got price action. So, all right, let's look at XRP. This is fine, chat. This is fine, right? By the way, now what they're the Kool-Aid drinkers are telling you that this is no big deal. It's not anything. This is terrible. I mean, this is really bad. And reading some of the stuff that's in the report on the SEC, it's awful too, man. Just reading what Larson and Garlinghouse were doing in this report is startling. If you're not a moon boy that's delusional and indoctrinated into loving something, it's bad, right? I mean, talking Larson's and Garlinghouse's sales of XRP at all relevant times. Larson was either the CEO or chairman of the board of directors of Ripple, and thus part of the control group, XRP's issuer, while the CEO, Larson, had the power to appoint 6 out of 8 seats on Ripple's board of directors, and as Ripple's largest equity shareholder, had 68% of its voting power. So majority voting power. Following sales of XRP took place with Larson working in coordination with Ripple to develop and maintain a liquid market for XRP through which defendants could monetize their holdings. Emails between Larson and the market maker from at least 2017 through at least 2019 show that Ripple and Garlinghouse Larson also attempted to strike a delicate balance between maximizing profits from XRP sales while not depressing the price of XRP. Larson at times paid the market maker to make offers and sales of his XRP on digital asset trading platforms with worldwide operations and customers. Larson offered and sold his XRP to investors all over the world, including the United States, without marketing or restricting offers or sales to persons who had a use for XRP, and without restricting purchases from reselling XRP to other investors, including to investors in the United States or elsewhere. Larson and his wife netted approximately $450 million from these sales. Larson directed his offers and sales of XRP from within the United States. Larson intends to continue selling his XRP as shown in an email he sent to an investor on June 30th, 2019. The investor had raised concerns about Larson's continued personal sales of XRP, to which Larson described the widely held view over the time. It's better to have widely held assets, so continued reduction of Ripple and founder holdings is likely constructive. On September 22nd of this year, Larson also publicly confirmed from his Twitter account that he had transferred $500 million of his XRP, then worth approximately $115 million to accounts. Blah blah. Just bad stuff. I mean, that my buddy who's in finance, who works at an institution, said Larson, minimum could definitely get wrecked. What do you say? Larson's likely going to prison. Textbook market manipulation, soliciting investment with proper registration with SEC, and failure to adhere Dodd-Frank's fiduciary or suitability standard, and just a few things that jump out. So, I mean, you can go ahead and be like, it's not a big deal, it's not bad, or whatever, but you're wrong. It's really bad. You're delusional to think it's not wrong. We said that before we dropped 50% yesterday. We said it's delusional for you to think this isn't bad. Still bad. Still really bad. Who cares if it jumped 10% from being at its lowest level, right? You're not going to hear what I just said in XRP echo chambers. They're not going to talk about it. They're going to say it's not a big deal. And they're going to want you to keep buying because they're losing massive amounts of money. For anyone who's objective, who just looks at XRP as another chart, we're going to talk like this, right? So don't be manipulated here. Read the facts, read the case, what's going on, what they're being accused of. It's not good. All right, anyway, that's XRP. 100% retrace, right? Literal 100+% retrace from the September 23rd of this year low. Wow, man. It all started with a cipher, and look how it all ended. These violent delights have violent ends. Yes, this one definitely did, man. XRP world. The robots have turned on Garlinghouse or something, dude. That's it. It's not that bad. You are very young. Okay. Yeah, dude, sure. Getting sued by the SEC for dumping XRP. They have proof, man. These guys dumped on everyone's head in 2017 throughout 2020. Okay, so that's XRP. Read a little bit about the case. Looking at the chart, there's nothing to look at. There's no edge. You know how it works. The lowest level of RSI you've seen on XRP on the 4-hour. Been a while, man. When's the last time we saw 11.67 on the RSI on the 4-hour? Last time we saw that was August of 2018, man. August 2018. What about the daily? How's the daily looking on the RSI? It's not too bad. It's actually just only barely oversold. Ugh. Only barely oversold at 28.8. So could get much worse. I don't know, man. Like, this is weird territory, right? All kinds of things can happen. Look at this. XRP on the daily hit negative 0.03. Now, you know, I mean, since, well, you know, let's go to XRP. What has the most data? Was it Bitstamp or something? Hey, what's up, Dow Jones? Thanks, man. It was a Bitstamp, right? Let's look at that. The largest level of negative momentum you've seen since the crash in February of 2018. Very disgusting. Very bad news. All right. So let's go to Ethereum now. Not too good, you know, not too good at all. Yeah, you'd started breaking out. Not good. You're gonna bearishly engulf. All right, this is the daily here. You're gonna bearishly engulf today in 40 minutes, unless something miraculous happens, which I doubt it would for an altcoin. I mean, the miracle is Bitcoin rallying 700 points from its lowest point just a little while ago, but I don't know how long that'll last. Definite FUD coming in these markets. Look at this, man. I mean, you're just barely hanging on. You're about to, you were breaking out, and you could break out eventually. And you're thinking a breakout, 530 would be the next target. After 530 would be 482. All right, just look at your previous local lows. Now, you stay above that long enough, you just make a higher low and go again, sure. Oh, by the way, there are multiple exchanges that have not just announced that they will be delisting XRP from their exchanges. There are actual exchanges now that have certainly delisted XRP from their exchanges because of this. So, well, and the news just broke like kind of 2 days ago and yesterday in a way, right? So that is a trend that has just started and could continue. More exchanges could be like, wow, I mean, it only takes one, and then the ripple effect of, no pun intended, for exchanges just dumping. And what's Coinbase going to do? I mean, Coinbase is trying to IPO. How are they going to deal with this when there's an active investigation of fraud, some sort, going on with one of the assets they hold on their exchange? How are they going to get away with that? They're probably not going to want anything to do with it. I mean, like, there is a distinct possibility Coinbase could take action too. We'll see. Ironically, right now we're talking about XRP, $589 on Ethereum. What?
Bruh.
I'd rather hold the crashing fiat over XRP. Scam coin Rekt hype.
What's up, Count Zeppelin? Thanks for the $4.99. Look, man, hey, maybe if Ripple IPO'd or something and they start showing the services they provide, you know, on a sheet, they could talk about their, you know, revenue, how much money they're making per transaction with the different banks that they do business with. If it's transparent, okay, but if it's not, it's just a utility token on an unregulated market. But unregulated, and evidently SEC thinks nefarious activity has been going on the past few years. So we'll see how it plays out, though. We'll see how it goes. Hey, maybe they win, man. But guess what, dude? When you don't have any fundamental backing besides speculation and really bad news comes out, like lawsuits, this is what should happen. Like, there's no, like, revenue to back up what XRP is doing. It's not like a traditional stock.
Those
So
stocks encrypt bad news required to level the markets. I've honestly seen this so much anyone can be sued. Important thing is not to be guilty.
sure, not to be guilty, but again, I just said it. I was responding to you before you even tipped me there. Like, news-driven catalysts are almost everything in this market because there's nothing backing up these altcoins besides sentiment. They don't have a balance sheet. They don't have earnings per coin. They don't have profit or price to earnings. They don't have any of that. So this is how, like, these dumps happen. You get what I'm saying? Maybe in a traditional market, when you have an actual
Mitch,
product.
Can you look at it? I'll promise not to impale you like I did to Cloud. JK Lil love the content.
Get Rekt Sephiroth. Thank you, man, for the $4.99, and thank you for releasing the Ancients on the world. I remember that, dude. Dude, you remember in Final Fantasy VII? That was like this. I was really young when I was like 4th, 5th grade playing that game, dude, and then going down in the ocean to fight that like really tough boss. That was like scary, man. I was super scared as a kid playing that. I was like, oh my god, dude. Some of y'all remember Final Fantasy VII, not the old one, not the new one. I haven't played the new one, but anyway, yeah, we'll look at Riot. But man, all right, holding above the demand line. Clearly, somewhere there were bids that came in, but it's all Bitcoin. This is crazy, man. Bitcoin 23,460. Incredible resilience on the one coin to rule them all. So what was it? Let me look at Litecoin real quick, and then we'll go to this request. Looking at the bigger ones, you know. Well, I mean, like the hidden bullish divergence played out, but now it's like, is it a head and shoulders, man? Like a left shoulder, head, right shoulder? It definitely looks like something similar to it, you know. But where's the neckline? It's really tough to discern a neckline here, you know. Thing went down to 95.77. Good. Look, you know what 95.77 is? That's just support resistance I've had plotted forever on this chart. And you go back to April of 2019, it just went down to back test that support, and look where it is. It's now at the top, right? It went down, tested the bottom, a support resistance, and now it's running up to a support resistance between 95 and 106.69. Ping-ponging, right? Bouncing around. Again, no edge really. You know, we're just at a point where there's not much of an edge on the markets. Sometimes we have it, sometimes we don't. It looks like you have a momentum shifting structure here, but really bullish trend, and yeah, I think you could be in a lot of trouble if you break 95.77. I think if you break 95.77, you're most likely coming down to $84. That's your breaking point, 95.77. Okay? Probably just going to go where Bitcoin's going. I mean, right now, like, this is identical to Bitcoin's price, at least on this 4-hour candle. They're identical, the same. I mean, it's almost like to a point where you could. It's not near as clear as Bitcoin, really. I mean, like, where do you, you know, is it like this, where you just have this this range, right, and you have thrusted through it a couple times, and here's the support of it. It's choppy, very, very choppy, man. Very choppy. Okay. Oh, GAN. All right, gotta look at GAN first. We'll get. That's it, Sephiroth. Ugh. Don't do it, man. Don't give me nightmares. Yeah, that's the boss right there. That scared the PTSD coming in, chat. PTSD. Anyone remember this super scary boss? Don't be a hacker, dude. Don't be using Game Shark here. All right.
Bruh.
The heck? All right, hold on. Let's go GAN. Let's go GAN. So, patient man would win in this situation, right? Where we did, I think you got somewhat of a range breakout today, confirmed with a candle close on the daily 1926. And I think there's much more upside, right? I think just there's a gap fill. I mean, $25, $26 up here. I mean, a target, Casey Stubbs' target is $26.53. So, the patient man, you got to remain resilient here. The divergence was really nice in the end. Well, I mean, it was okay in the end, right? The low, and then the slightly lower low. Some seller exhaustion, and it ended up making a higher low than this low here. Oh, beautiful, man. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for this type of price action at a PCZ, right? This is a textbook bullish Gartley pattern, and the breakout has really only begun today. A breakout on the 4-hour, and then a back test and candle close above it for the first time ever. So $24, 100% measure move with a little range you're in. So let's keep it up. can't expect too much going on in the coming days. You know, we got a holiday. It's a half day tomorrow, and then the markets are closed on Friday. So know that, be aware of that if you got any options. Half day tomorrow. So that was your GAN update. Looking good in neighborhood. Riot he asked for. Okay. So not a good day today, right? Down 7% or so. I was down 5%. Yeah, it's down 7% on the 4-hour candle. But yeah, bearish Marbazoo, gap fills down at 1110. You did reverse a little bit. I think you would probably be because of the crypto market not doing great. And you never quite got to that resistance, that high. What was it? It was on the daily? I guess just like these December 2017 levels there. The gap fills 1721, which would target. So could start bearishly diverging if you start reversing here. You know, you start showing bearish divergence. I mean, it's been such a crazy run, man. Pullback wouldn't be weird at all.
Can we look at WMT?
What's up, 3 pump chump? Yeah, we look at Walmart. Getting sued, right? In that same arena with XRP. It didn't drop 50% though. You know why? Because it had a fundamental backing. It can't drop 50% in a day by getting sued. It's because it makes hundreds of millions of dollars, right? People don't get that scared. Now you sell off 1%, 2%, 3%, whatever, but not 50. And that's what I'm getting at. Like, who cares? You're talking about I'm so young. The crypto market's only 10, 11 years old, dude. There's no backing on these S coins. So when they get sued, yeah, really bad sell-offs are gonna happen. Versus in the stock market, the sell-offs, yeah, people get sued, right? There's a lot of active, lawsuits going on against Tesla. At least it has a working product and selling stuff, right? EV leader. Okay, so Zill, yeah. Well, no, that's since that one's doing so well. I guess we can look at it, but that was Riot. Now Walmart. Yeah, Walmart. Hey, it did hit a demand line. Well, my demand line anyway. Some other people had it different ways. But not looking good, man. It's down 0.68% today. It's very close to breaking it. It was showing hidden bullish divergence so well, and then the lawsuit breaks, and then it's like, can't catch bids now. You probably at this point. I mean, like, say this demand line doesn't hold. There's a gap fill. It's gonna happen most likely, like right here. Gap fill 140. I mean, you're already so close. I think market participants might push it down. The way you're responding to this area is very weak. All right, so the demand line may not have many bids there, so the price could get pushed down to fill a gap at 140.68. Yeah, not good. I mean, it's just been pulling back, methodically bleeding out. And yeah, I mean, there's still hidden bullish divergence until it makes a candle close below 138, which is crazy on the daily. And it's still going to be, the argument's going to be there until it breaks that with candle close confirmation. All right. Always a chance. I mean, if things get real bad for Walmart, it could back test 133 as support.
Can you check out Aldo's chart? I was looking for job listings online and they're hiring new positions in Hawaii. Looks like a solid company.
What's up, J Mike's thanks, dude. Yep, sure. We'll look at it. Dang it, man. Bama just missed out on the #1 recruit running back in the country. Oh well, it happens, man. Roller coaster. No, low roller. Scratcher. I called you roller coaster. No, I didn't see Dave Ramsey talking about Bitcoin. That's cool. Was it negative, positive? Was it, you know how it is. I mean, these talking heads are gonna have good things to say or bad things. Normally not neutral. But he has a huge following, you know, so him speaking positively about Bitcoin's always good. Walmart at critical areas may not hold gap fill just below you. If you don't hold the gap fill, you're probably going to 133 to backtest the April and July high of this year, and that's near the 200-day moving average as well. So the lawsuit could help catalyze that. We'll see. Not too bad, but not great.
Let's look at Hex TL or Ray. I told Yell XRP was a shit promise coin.
Thanks for the 10. We'll look at it, I guess. Sure. What? He said that? Oh, I have to get sources on that. Sounds weird. We'll look at it. This one's an exception just because it's performance and I know what's going on with it. Yeah, it's absolutely incredible, man. It's very, very good. There right now where Zilliqa is, there's just this one little resistance it's pulled back at. Right here, this little peak, you're at it. Jeez, right there from March 2018.
Could you take a look at Seal? Cheers, brother.
What's up, Jake P? I was gonna call you JPack. Thanks, dude. So you're at this reversal area, straight up, straight down. But if you ever get above it, man, there's just nothing here. Like nothing here until at least, I mean, conservatively speaking, 7.7 cents. I think that's where it could be headed if it ever really breaks and stays above this area. And what a run, dude. Yeah, unstoppable. Hit the 100% measure move of like this cup with handle or something, man. Right, that was up at like 5.1 cents. So at this point, it's a high risk, you know, for a long, but it doesn't mean it can't keep running. It's crypto. And if it ever did break this for real and stay above it long enough, you see the congestion area. It's just going to the next congestion area, which is 7.7 cents. Pretty simple. But if it doesn't hold above it, then the back test of, you know, 4.89 cents would be tested. If you don't hold that, then you're coming down to 3.7 cents. It's all about the ifs, man. If one thing is broken, where it's going. That's all it's about. There's no edge, right? It's overbought. Highest level of positive momentum you've seen on the daily for ZIL since August 2018, man. Wow. A lot more market participants back then for altcoins, S-coins than now. Huh. Looks like a shark. Or a cipher, man, right? Yeah, that looks like some sort of shark. Wild chart, though. Really, really wild chart. LDOS. Right? Immediately what just sticks out to me is the harmonic stuff, right? I mean, maybe it's nothing. $886. PCZ of a bear shark. Right, so let's see how it goes. I mean, so this is like LDOS is at an 88% retrace, and at the same time it's confluent with the 1272, 1414 for the extension, right? Even if you moved it up a little bit, I guess it's more, yeah, 886, 1272 confluence right here. So it has reversed there. I mean, it had a nice day today at 2.21%, but this is where you could get a sell-off, a common retrace, right? How do you get your common? You go from the low point to the high point, where it began to reverse. It hasn't even hit a 23% retrace yet, so we don't even know if it's valid. We don't know if the swing high is in yet.
Broke out of Lex channel. Next TGT.
What's up, Shabam? I think I'm saying that right. Maybe. Thank you, dude. Yeah, we can look at Planeteer, the old or the new IPO. I don't know. It's kind of been like one of the darlings. I don't know. There's so many IPOs that have just been killing it, man. But it was one of them. So yeah, until you get down a little bit more, $100, it may continue to rally. And you know, sharks are weird because they can be 886s or they can be 113% retraces, right? That's the tricky part about sharks. Right here is also where it's another pattern completion zone. So I can almost just do it like this. Watch. Right, 2 different PCZs. So you look for an edge. You look for an edge. You're not showing an edge. It's not. There's no like major seller or buyer exhaustion going on. No buyer exhaustion going on. And if things, I mean, hidden bullish divergence could become a thing, I guess. Well, no, maybe not. Just bullish convergence. So nothing's really. There's no like edge right now saying that this is the reversal point. I mean, you did reverse, but you're starting to rally. So you got to keep your eye on it, right? But if it was to reverse here, right? I mean, your targets to the downside, I mean, it just depends. Like, if it's really bullish, then it's only going to mildly retrace, $96. Now, the bullish 5.0 would be down, PCC would be at 92.78, where a bullish 5.0 always comes after the bullish shark plays out. So it sells off, hits 50% retrace, and then goes to much higher prices. And hopefully a bullish divergence could happen there. So that's all I got on LDOS. You know, again, like looking for trades. You're at an area where a reversal is very possible, at least in the short term, midterm. Okay. Okay, chat. Here it is. It's so gorgeous. I love the TA here, in a way. I don't like the... I mean, I love the range, how well respected it is. It's ridiculous, dude. It's so good on Hex. I haven't looked at this in a long time. And so look how it's just testing. Look, it fell back into the range, and then where'd it go? It hit the bottom of the trading range, and then it sprung kind of back, tested the spring, and then, you know, ran up. It just kind of consolidated down here, made a higher low than the previous low, and then ran up to the top. Respected what was once resistance as resistance again for the first time after it fell back in the range, and is now just going, it's consolidating. So, I mean, you could say that maybe a supply line has been broken here from the top. Like that. So you broke a supply line of some sort. So if it was going to make, I don't know what, you know, a Hex, if it's going to do it or not. It could get wrecked with the rest of the alts. But if it's going to just make common retrace, I mean, if you're talking about a dragon breakout of some sort of a bump and run type style move, like from this point, you know, you're thinking minimum target would be 1.06 cents. But man, there's just so much going on that, like, you have to break 6.4 tenths of 1 cent. You have to, man. And you have it, and it's going to be really tough if Bitcoin is tired and wants to pull back and sell off. And it's just not going to happen. So those will be your targets if it ever did break 6.4 tenths of 1 cent. Well, that's a big if, right? It hasn't done that. So there's your Hex. Not much we can do on this one. Now, it looked okay. It looked kind of interesting. Oh man, it had all the makings of a varsity athlete. Too late now, though. Far too late now. At 12.29% today. Contribution from Jake P. SEEL Therapeutics. CELOS. Wyckoff stuff. Man, it had Wyckoff stuff written all over it. Look at this. The bottom of the range. Look out, back in September, it fell below. It sprung, and then it back tested the spring in late October. After it back tested the spring, look where it went, to the top of the range, and it broke the top of the range. That's gorgeous. Very tough to discern real swing highs up here. I mean, there can maybe argue major ones up here at 330. But for now, I think it would be safe to do some fib extensions, right? From the high to low here. You hit a 1272 fib extension today. That's where you stopped. 201, you pulled back after touching it. Next target is 223, and the gold mean ratio is $2.50 above that. But there's nothing you can do now. If you requested SEEL back in October, this would have been the area to watch, 74 cents. And it look what happened. This is Wyckoff stuff. You can learn this and apply it, and huge moves can happen. All right, so it's kind of done now. I mean, like, there's nothing a swing trader can do at this point. Just look at it, because it's not a low risk, high reward opportunity area. Nope. Oh, Palantir, not Planeteer, whatever. It broke out. I mean, yeah,
how is XLM looking, Mitch? Thanks.
So be smooth. Thanks to. We'll look at it. Rekt, just initially, but here's a Palantir, PLTR, IPO'd back in September.
Would love to see IPO. It's an ETF of IPOs. Do you think it's at a potential reversal point? Your mention of IPOs reminded me of this one. Interesting.
Well, look, Jonathan, thank you for the $10 super chat. So, I mean, it broke out and it's still out. I think the target, which hasn't changed since the last request a couple days ago, right? Target's still 33.49. If you ever break 33.49, 36.85, that's still what's going on. You're losing your negative Momo, and the argument is there. There is an argument for hidden bullish divergence on this asset. And that's impending price action, continuation, the upside implied. So yeah, I just don't, talking about equitability standpoint, I just don't see what makes sense for a trader lower than 33.49, right? I mean, equitability, where you have a 3-to-1 reward to risk, something has to make sense. You have to reach a minimum price to be making any money on a trade. So that's what I'm telling you is, like, as a trader, that would be a target minimum 33.49, and then above that you got your fib extensions. Again, 36.85, 38.61. Gold mean ratio is 41.14. There you have it, man. That's kind of it. There's nothing's changed on this one, Shibam. It's not bad. Holy crap, dude. Yeah, very, very nasty, dude, on XLM. The next request, high, lower high, the hidden bullish divergence was there, and then, yeah, it's definitely tied heavily to XRP. It's the same technology, so market participants are freaked out. I mean, maybe at some point in X, A, B, C, D, that means you got to go lower. That means you got to see 10 cents, 9 cents. Heck, man, I mean, if that's it, if we're talking about a major X or XABCD, I mean, you got to go lower, man. Well, that's a 786 right there. Definitely 786, and it's close to a Garley, but what's 786 is at like 10 cents, 10.3 cents. And you got to have an edge too, so it's going to get there, and you still don't want to do anything.
We certainly did earlier. I'm just not named Santa, and I'm afraid of backholding on Christmas.
You're afraid of backholding? I mean, dude, if you're scared, it just depends. Like, I mean, what are you doing? You talking about a trading account? You talking about a hold account? What is it? Oh, wow. The Oklahoma commitment's now updated to false. No commitment. Undecided right now. Let's go, dude. Let's go. We still might have the #1 recruit. Let's hold on. So it's kind of like, if it gets to this level, the 200-day moving average, that is the PCZ. Still probably not going to be good enough. You want to hit it, then maybe rally, and then we sell off again and double bottom or something, right? And then at that point, it still could sell off to the 886, right? The 886 makes more sense because of support resistance. Looking left, right? That would be incredible. Imagine bullishly diverging at 8.9 cents. The most powerful support resistance in the history of XLM is right there. X marks the spot at an 886. Something to think about, dude, right? Definitely. Yeah, I wouldn't be touching this right now, but maybe in like 3 weeks or something, just give me some more candles, a lot more candles, I'd like to see seller exhaustion here at this point. 88% retrace. Okay. IPO, the ETF IPOs. Wow, what a dark cloud cover reversal today. Definitely a dark cloud cover reversal candle. But we saw bearish engulfing reversal before. A reversing and rallied. Bearish engulfing again, didn't matter, right? It just all these bearish engulfing candles, or all these bearish reversals, Japanese candlestick reversals, are just getting wrecked. And yeah, you are showing bearish divergence until it just goes again. What a freaking chart, dude. How are we gonna anchor this? Go to the top like this?
Thoughts
That
on the
sounds perfect, dude.
HTH?
Oh, we can look at it again. Here's your channel. It's like you broke out of the channel, and that, I mean, according to David Weiss, that normally that's bad. Like, I mean, in terms of like, once you break out of these, the probability kind of increases that you fall back into it, and then you whipsaw all the way to the bottom and fall out the other way. So, to me, my God, IPOs. This asset right here, the fact that it broke out of its channel like this, showing dark cloud cover, and maybe it's bearishly diverging. I mean, I wouldn't be longing it. That's for sure. Definitely for sure. Now look at that. I mean, until, you know, maybe get a little bit more data. Once you fall back into the channel, you know, that might be the trigger, the signal, the selling signal. But yeah, that's kind of going on right now at very high levels. What's up, Lindy? Thanks for the $4.99 super chat. Luke L, WTF, dude. How about you look to the right and see how it's magnified ticker for people like you, okay? IPO, and there's the daily. WTF, man. WTF. It's the same thing over here that you can't see. It's right here. My God, dude. No, you yelled at me. Say WTF, like I'm not accommodating what you need to see. Big bearish engulfing candle on ETHE. Hit a resistance, didn't it? At least it hit a candle high close back from June 25th, 2019. That's what it hit. And it reversed. It'll probably see 1595 if things don't go well for Bitcoin. I mean, gap fill and a support resistance back test. I mean, I think that's almost... The probability seems so high that it's almost certain, right? That 1594.95 will be tested soon. And we'll see what happens at that level. If it breaks it, you're screwed. If it holds, maybe it could run again. But altcoins looking terrible. Like really, really bad. What? Oh, wow. Okay, got you, dude. Sorry. I don't know. I was just like... I think it's still fine. I think there's still nothing wrong with EHTH, despite anything. I know it, like, never hit the target of the inverse head and shoulders, but it's still showing higher lows, man. And bullish convergence. I think this one's still fine. If one's patient, this is good. This is fine. Like, I really do think it's okay. Man, look what it did. Look at this high back from February 2019. It sprung and then it just back tested the spring in late October, and it's above it right now. So that, at least we know that's kind of your breaking point. I think you're kind of screwed if you fall below that on EHTH. I think the targets are still adequate. All right, nearly $100, then 113, and then if you ever break that, man, all right, then we're talking probably 137. So this is still fine. It just has yet to really take off. So one can be patient on this, and it could still have a very, very resounding bounce to the upside. patience. It's the daily chart. Just hang on. I mean, just hang on, dude. Position trade. I need to go to total 2. I like totals. 2 totals. Looks great, man. Hold 67 long enough and you're gonna eventually find the bids you're looking for, and it's gonna run to higher prices. That's it. eHealth. Total 2 getting blasted today. If you don't know what total 2 is, it is the total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin. So it's only about 30% of the entire market cap now. We're going to look at Bitcoin dominance next. So big double top, bearish divergence. I mean, you're kind of very similar to Ethereum's chart. Really is. He's kind of double topped at that upsloping resistance as buyers were exhausted, and could find its way down at $159 billion, which is like kind of the demand line that you've created, right? So it's a $20 billion more dollars, maybe. Yeah, altcoins are wrecked today. So that's total 2. And then we need to look at Bitcoin dominance, which is very interesting. We have not seen Bitcoin dominance this high since January of this year. 11 plus months. Wow. So Bitcoin dominance actually at one point hit 71.16% of all, percentage of all crypto market cap. And you have to go back to September of 2019. September of 2019. So that's a big resistance there, somewhat. I mean, that's reversal area. So if you break that, my God, what's going to happen to altcoins? Oh, probably just continuation of what's happening now. So we're talking like 15-month high on Bitcoin dominance. The higher this goes, the worse it's going to be for altcoins, where you got ONT down 22%, you got EOS down 20%, you got Engine down 16%, Cardano's down 13.67%, VeChain's down 17%. Mostly all of them are in double-digit losses. And it seems like it's only gotten worse throughout the stream and throughout the hours before the stream, where Ethereum is now down 8.45%. Yeah, man, the selling just continued on altcoins, and Bitcoin is, it did rally, but it's now starting to bleed out, and we do have 2 minutes till your daily candle close, so. Bitcoin dominance doesn't continue to slide, Harvey. What are you talking about? How is this sliding? And whoever even said the word sliding? You're just bringing up fake news unless you're talking to someone else. If you're talking to me, dude, wrong. There's nothing sliding about this. If it keeps going up, if it keeps going up, it's bad for altcoins. You're going to keep getting more of what you saw today. That's what I said. This is resistance. This is a potential reversal area. But it could break it and keep going. Just because I said it was a resistance doesn't mean I said anything that you just said.
Alts being sold for Bitcoin.
Are they? Yeah, or people, some people know what's coming. People just getting out, lowering their exposure immensely before something bad happens on Bitcoin. People in the know? I don't know. Let's finish up this coffee, man. 2 minutes. No, I said Bitcoin dominance hit its highest level since September of 2019. That's what I said. That is what I said. And that happened. That's a fact. it occurred. And thanks for the 1,489 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, that bell, that sub. 300 likes. Don't take it out on me, man. Don't take out this altcoin devastation on me. Kelsey, you know the rule on the Bitcoin pairs, right? You know the rule. Thank you.
Can you look at f/BTC weekly?
Yep. Well, I mean, remember the rule. Any Ethereum pair, or any 2 BTC pair. Join the Discord, by the way. Going on 10,000 members. Alright, I just pinned it. Okay, so let's go back to Bitcoin to watch the daily candle close in 13 seconds. So we look at the daily, nothing, and just indecision candle. Nothing happened today. Nothing profound or amazing or exciting happened on Bitcoin on the daily. It looks like nothing really happened. You just stuck in a range. But if you look at the altcoins, they look terrible. They look really bad compared to Bitcoin. So who's reading? Good lord. So on the new day, just a little bit of selling. Not too much. Four hours in the range, right? Below this heart line, the target's 22.2. You haven't done that yet. You did technically engulf the previous candle in the 4 hour, but you're stuck, man. And now, you know, the argument, right? People are going to have an argument. A left shoulder ahead, maybe a right shoulder. The argument, I think if Bitcoin ever breaks $22,200, $22,260, I mean, yeah, there could be a measured move to the downside. Right? You just measure the size of the structure from the breakout. Pretty soon, I think the neckline, potential neckline would be 22,250 or whatever. So that's down here. That's like 20K or almost 21K. It's not that large, but you don't want to see that, right? You want to hold the heart line. You want to pivot. You want to rally. You want to break the resistance above us, and then go. But who knows? The way the altcoins have been selling off, man, you don't know what that dynamic means. What big money is lowering its exposure to the S-coin market. People are skittish right now. And it doesn't always mean great things for Bitcoin. That happens. We want to real quick while Bitcoin sells off some on the new day, down about $50. No big deal. You can get up and down, man, up and down. Gold still looks okay. Still stuck between $1,790 and $1,900, right? It hit some critical supports for the first time ever and bounced pretty hard and then ran up to the next resistance, and it's now sold off, but not by much. And if you ever break, I'm telling you, if gold ever breaks the supply line and the horizontal line, it could go to all-time highs and beyond, man. Gold is correcting for 4 months now, pretty much, and Bitcoin's selling off, down $120 or so. Right back at that heart line. You know what that breaks. If that breaks, 22,250 50-ish. It's all about the ifs, man. No real edge. No edge for Bitcoin, right? There's nothing right now at this current time that gives you greater than a 50% chance of knowing maybe what's coming next, right? Where it looks like a potential head and shoulders is starting to develop here. Remember, it looked almost identical back in May of 2019 before it went to insane levels to the buying climax. So until it breaks 22,250, still bullish. Still, the trend is still bullish. Yeah, I guess you consider it no trade zone stuff, and especially if you're in the dead middle of a range, right? Dead middle, not even at the top or the bottom now, right?
Hey Mitch, is there a possible cup and handle forming on a number 1 crap coin kin/USD?
I don't know, man. Thanks for the 1337. No, I don't think it's a cup with handle. I just round it out or whatever, I guess. And it hit the next resistance. Remember this, chat? There was a meme about this, like ridiculous. So no, it's just trying to break out. But where traders settled up at their highest point, wow, whatever that is, I don't even know, man. 6 1,000ths of a penny. 6 1,000ths of a penny, I think. And it's just, could run up to the wick, whatever, dude. Yeah, I mean, 8 1,000ths of a penny, I think, maybe. Would be that. So, high risk. There's no value in a trade here for a long. I mean, it doesn't make sense, It's appreciated in value since late November. Yeah, in less than a month, 362%. So those are assets that, high risk for a long. Very overbought and could be bearishly diverging if it starts reversing here. This is definitely a major potential reversal area. Okay. But yeah, doing well. Kin's doing well. Yeah, I don't know why exactly, but you got some coins. You got some coins that are doing well, like Theta. Theta has weathered this storm like the Jesus, man. The bull pull bull flag breakout just can't be stopped, or had not been stopped. Monero doing well. Monero weathered the storm too. Well, until the end. It was okay until the last 30 minutes. Well, I guess the last hour and a half it dumped. So yeah, dude. Guess not even Monero can handle it. Still above the critical support resistance though. You gotta hold that, man. Yeah, it was real good, and then it wasn't. Finally had the gold mean ratio. Yeah, it's just tough, man. How can these legacy coins perform in this market where you just looked at total too? We just saw it. Bitcoin sells off 1-2%, all these altcoins go down 10+%, so really tough. Remember, the meta is not an ICO boom of 2017. People are just too, I don't know, people just think, oh, I remember in 2017 how the market meta was. It's not the same meta. The money is, there's no angel investors from Silicon Valley pumping these trash coins. I'm not talking about XMR, I'm talking about many others. They're now, it's like institutional money FOMOing into Bitcoin, and that's what's driving this market higher. And you can clearly see that with the Bitcoin market cap at all-time highs. Bitcoin at 70% of the collective market cap dominance or whatever now. So Bitcoin, man, not altcoins. Altcoins are peripheral kind of in this, during this meta. Bitcoin's the star still. And maybe that'll change, maybe that'll shift, once Bitcoin gets high enough or whatever, money starts trickling out of Bitcoin going into alts, but for now, Bitcoin's the meta. Back to XRP. Looking at the daily. I think we looked at that last time. You finally got to oversold barely. Oh yeah, we did look at it, and you're kind of this chop, like this zone of support resistance, right? The support resistance from September 2018. You're trying to get above that. If it holds long enough, eventually XRP will see 31.2 cents. I don't know. Like that's what happens if you stay above this area. You closed above it, so that would be the target on XRP if it rallied somehow at 31.1 cents. If it ran up. Looks, oh, it's Mt. Gox, dude. Mt. Gox chart. Isn't that what it looked like? Kind of looked like that before it ended. All right, let's see. I think it's still up. No, maybe it's not up. Still on TradingView. Is it not anymore? It used to be. Just one of those days. Yup. One of those days, man. Yeah, so harmonic stuff doesn't matter. There's a harmonic or not. The speed at which it got down to these levels so fast, there's no edge, and you don't want to trade a harmonic without an edge. And I really don't know what the future, what kind of future is in store for XRP being sued by the SEC. Awful. Nice snapshot, right? Remember the snapshot? Saying this normally, these type of things normally don't go the way people want them to, and it certainly that aged well. Total market cap's 613 billion. Below 623, unfortunately, so you could find yourself eventually at 570. If you're just talking about looking left, support resistance, right? You couldn't hold that December 19, 2017 level. It's below it. So you either got to get back above it, or you will eventually probably find yourself meandering on down to 569 again. Right, crypto total market cap doesn't look so bad just because Bitcoin is 70% of this blend now. Total market cap was higher in 2017 because of all the S-Coin angel investors. What's up, Charizard? Abercrombie and Fitch, man. Oh, nice. Nice rally today. Nice pivot. Maybe that hidden bullish divergence could start. Thought I looked at this. Yeah, nice bullish candle today. Oh my god, is that a shark? XABC. Wow. Let me just, I'm just messing around here for myself. Because I genuinely enjoy this stuff. Right, remember? Oh my god, it was real close to a shark, dude. It hit a 107% retrace. 113 is the PCZ. So it was almost there, man. Almost a bullish shark. But oh god, you gotta love it, man. How it like fell below the ice line from 2017. It rallied and then pretty much back tested the spring ass support before it went, right? And okay, just having a little fun here, okay. And then it's like probably a supply line. Where was the supply line? That was the supply line right there. So what happened? It finally broke the supply line and back tested it. Didn't matter though. It just kept dumping and just held the horizontal line support. And now it's off. But what has to happen? You know, it's in the middle of range now. Look at this, between $9.02 and $29. Where if it's in the middle, it's on the way up. It could reverse here and dump back down the bottom. But you're thinking the target for the asset would probably be 29 bucks again if it keeps going. All right, really nice hidden bullish average could be in development now off this pretty nice candle today. So continuation may be implied. One thing's for certain, a definite target despite that top of the range will be a gap fill back from May of 2019 at 24.93. That's where it could be headed. Okay. If you want a true trend reversal on Abercrombie and Fitch, you're going to have to break above $29, hold above it long enough, and then run and break all the other resistance above you. Lots of chop, lots of resistance looking left and looking up, man. Whew. Now the good news is, I think if you broke 32.66, that's where things could start getting really nice, man. Right, well, 32.66 is where, you know, you could get a nice run up to 45 bucks. But path of least resistance here is down, not up, right? There's more resistance above you than there is support below you, pretty much on Abercrombie and Fitch. So, okay, so bearish 5-0. Bearish 5-0 is going on, maybe, right? You talk about that high to low here. You had a 618. I mean, all right, Monero's dumping. Everything's dumping, though. Yeah. Monero's down 1.81%, falling back into the broadening top pattern. Bitcoin's dumping, too. Not looking good. 23,000, about to crack it. Now, I mean, it doesn't look too bad on the daily, but 4 hour falling below that heart line right now. And again, the target's $22,800. I'm sorry, $22,250 if you get any kind of close below that heart line. Excuse me. Here we go. Yeah, not good, dude. Not good chat. Terrible for alts, right? Because, you know, if we've seen the meta, what's going on now. Any Bitcoin move down is going to kill altcoins. They're going to, all right, they're going to get wrecked if this breaks for real. This little heart line here. Oh, we don't have much data up here. This is all the data we have, man. So as the supply line, the subsloping you saw on the daily, this is it, dude. So if it breaks this, I don't know why it's not going down to 22,250. If it holds, all right. If we could find ourselves back at 23,771. The problem is, though, right, you ran up and failed. You ran up and failed, made that lower high than the previous high. So join the Discord or be destroyed. Hey, somehow XRP's up 5.9% today. Well, I guess that makes sense, right? It's rallying. We talked about the target already, while Bitcoin and the rest of the alts dump. But that it's out of sync, man. It's not in the same like mode as Bitcoin. So here we go, chat. 22,900. You could find your way at 22,250. Thanks for the 1,300 people tuned in. If you're not enjoying the dump at all, but if you're enjoying at least the coverage, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Appreciate it. We got 408 likes. We get 500 in seconds. Yeah, we looked at XLM already. Yes. Selling continues. What's gonna happen, Larry? Right? And here's the thing. Like, let's just talk about worst case scenario. I know we don't want to talk about, but if you talk about a range here, I mean, we're talking about maybe the top of the range, even with the price action was, right? I mean, a target, if it ever broke 22,250, I mean, pretty simple here, right? 100% measure move would take you all the way down to 20,300, right? And then it's like, you know, what if it broke to the upside ever? You know, it's like, do we... Right, you have targets to the upside and downside in this rectangular world we're living. You get it? Could be bad or could be good. Without an edge, get a coin, flip it. You'll probably see one or the other. You'll see 20,306 or 26,105 off this. Okay. Boom, there you have it. I don't see a triangle. Just a rectangle, man. Whipsaw is when an asset will fake a breakout and then it'll reverse and fall back into the structure, and then it'll do the same price action on the other side. Sometimes the push down so hard that it breaks it out to the downside and then it dumps. So that's kind of whipsaw. Dogcoin, who are you talking about? I'm talking about, like, what's a moon boy? Why do you label people as a moon boy in a derogatory way? Dude, people... Well, I'm sorry, man, that people are coming into crypto and they've never participated in any market before, and they're going to have to learn the hard way. Think of it as tough love. Like, sorry, not enough people do that. Not enough people try to help. Too many people just play into new market participants, hysteria, and FOMOism. So... I try to be the contrarian to what, you know, 95% of all other streamers in this space are, or what they do. Why don't you talk about how I try to protect people's capital? You don't talk about that. Why don't you ask that question? Yeah, a moon boy is someone who doesn't do their homework and they're just degen gambling. Yep, that's a moon boy for sure, and there's too many of those people. And so it's funny because it's like ironic. They're trying to get rich, but they're in the end going to literally end up poorer than they started. That's the moon boy. I mean, I gotta go get something. Gotta get a Christmas present. Got the rest. I just, yeah, one more I gotta get, man. My least favorite part about Christmas is wrapping the presents. Does anyone else feel that way? So Bitcoin's down $273, over 1% today, with altcoins just bleeding out too. The only S coin I see that's up is XRP, because it was down 50% versus only 20 or 10%, right? So yeah, it's rallying a little bit, but even that 5% up is now only 3.7%. Wow. So Christmas is upon us, man. What a year it's been for trading. Like, it really has been one of the, I mean, it was definitely the best year I've ever had in trading by far. So many trade setups happened this year. You know, it all was like after COVID crash, the opportunity was just brimming once the reversal started in stocks, and those stocks got us through to the summer, and then there was an amazing opportunity in crypto to trade, to swing trade, and then, you know, it started going away for a little while, for August, and then it came back, in late September. That opportunity came back around, and tremendous amount of opportunity played out, right? And now we're back. It's like you just get phases in the market where like it's only like 2 or 3 times this year you've had very good opportunity for position swing trading these altcoins. Only a couple times, man. Like 3 times. There was a DeFi boom and bust, and then after the bust, man, like YFI found that bottom around like $7,500, 88% retrace, 1414. And now we're at a point where like, dude, it's just been so high for so long, such a nice extended run that maybe there is a top being put in right now, and it's a potential head and shoulders until it breaks below 22,250. It isn't one. And there's still upside potential, but there's certainly downside potential, and you have your targets right here if this all stays the same. 20,300, 26,100. Okay. So potato, man. Letting it play out. And the selling pressure's coming in. Again, target probably anything below where we are is 22,250.
Loving it. Thanks much for keeping us safe from toxic hype. No edge equals no trade. Wise words.
Thank you, Potato Man, for the 10 super chat. We're catching some selling. Catching some asks. Not some bids. No bids. No edge. At all. None, and selling pressure's picking up. It's picking up, man. See it 22,250. I mean, chances are, right, at this point. Just watching it sell off, man. Whatever. Leon, Trader's Market, right? Trader's Market. We're going to be up and down, man. Up and down. Bitcoin is nuts. It really is insane. To clear out the noise, we go to the daily again. And yeah, dude, it's just... I'm not doing much of anything on the daily.
Merry Christmas, Mitch. Give back taxes.
What's up, KCW? Thank you, man, for the 5 super chat. Correct. Yeah, I couldn't imagine what would happen to XRP when Bitcoin eventually goes back down to test 20K. I mean, I don't know when it'll be. You think at some point, whether it's in 6 months or a year or 2 years, whenever, or soon, right? I mean, what will happen to XRP if Bitcoin actually sells off? You know, it'd be real bad, dude. $22,250 is the bottom of the rectangle. I mean, you're asking, I've already talked about it. Right here, a rectangle. It's a local low. Clearly where there's price action correlation multiple times. And that's all we have. There, if you look left, there's literally nothing but outer space. Nothing. So when you only have local support, resistance, it's very easy. Like, there's no doubt what the support would be, and it's newly manufactured, you know, in December 17th, really, on that day. So it's not a strong one, but this is just your local range you've got going on after painting a lower high than the previous high. You know, it's pretty much, this is going to happen, right? I mean, it's pretty simple. It's either going down and then breaking it, and then it's going to eventually maybe see the target, or right, it runs down, tests, and then runs back up, and then eventually breaks out of the upside. I mean, that's like the scenario here. Pretty simple, dude, right? Pretty simple. Yes, of course, Strategus.
Is XRP currently oversold on the 4 hour?
Of course, man. It's oversold on like everything. Even the daily, but just barely. No, I mean, like, join the Patreon. You could be at any level. You could be advanced, you could be intermediate, you could be a beginner, and you're going to gain benefit. You will gain benefit in the Patreon as long as you're willing to invest in yourself. You say, hey man, I'm going to invest in myself, put time and effort into learning this stuff. You're going to benefit greatly in the Patreon. To answer that question. Whoa. I mean, this could be fake news. It was before, but whale alert, 600 Bitcoin, which is only $13,800,000 transferred from Mt. Gox cold wallet to unknown wallet. Whoa. That doesn't happen often, does it? Yeah, just as soon as that selling news broke, or I guess that alert went off or whatever, it started selling. But it's hanging onto the hard line for now, dude.
Hello, family.
What's up, Vasha? Where you been? Good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. The 1111, gotta love it. You know what I might do? So I got Chaylin working on a new coin for the jar. Maybe we make 1111, or maybe just like, I'm not sure. It could be 1111. I'll have to figure out the variation, but just know right now, Chad, I've got a Doge coin for the jar coming. All right. Well, Arlon, depends where you anchor. I'm just using the initial anchor points, and everything else after the new anchor points or after the initial anchor points are created, everything it just correlates to those manufactured highs and lows. Okay, so all this is just price action correlating to this. So this is, and then you clearly see the confirmation here that what was once resistance is really resistance again. So nah, man, it depends how you anchor, but I'm anchoring again a range. It's David Weiss stuff. Like I don't have to have the heart line here. Like, you know, I could hide the heart line and just make it like a range. Yep, so far, potential, Matthew. Such a big deal, right? To say potential. Why? Because the exact identical price action occurred in May of 2019, and everyone thought, oh, we're so screwed, dude. And it was like, you know, I guess the difference here is it actually did reverse. Like in this situation, it kept rallying and never really pulled back. So yeah, I mean, starting to look a little bit, you know, I mean, Bitcoin now at this point is doing this. You know, it's selling off like that now. So it's not going up the way it looked here, right? So yeah, definitely looking more and more like a, you know, momentum is shifting on Bitcoin, at least on the 4 hour. Not on the daily, really. It's kind of nothing on the daily. Just some chop. That's why we know. Like, we don't have expectations. We understand it can go either way. At least we have targets. Both ways. 20,333 or 26,105. Okay. Holds the heart line, even better, man. Make a higher low than previous low. That's incredible, dude, right? Travel Inside, thanks for the consideration, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, joining the Patreon on the first of the month is always the best idea, because that's like the billing cycles on the first always. So that's when you get the most value. Wow. Dang, dude. Thanks for the 500 likes. And the 1,367 people tuned in. I don't know, man. We're just watching Bitcoin try to hang on to this little heart line of this little range, this little rectangle. That's it. Oh man. Dollar have been catching some bids past couple days. Just indecision right now. The DXY. Just stalling out, right? It was oversold, so it could get out of oversold territory, only to probably become eventually oversold again at lower prices. Thinking eventually $88 would be happening. Nasty bear trend. The world reserve currency, man. Alright, pray for Bitcoin. Still hanging on at 23,000, but for how long, right? How long, chat? Okay, Ethereum's trying to break out of a rising wedge pattern. We already talked about targets. It's breaking out right now. Okay, closed inside the structure, but you're out now. So eventually, if things go south for altcoins, the target eventually is going to be 531. You break that, 481. That's it, dude. Rising wedge? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 touches. You kidding me? 7 touches on this rising wedge pattern? You're breaking out now? And unless some crazy fake out happens and alts start pumping again, which I'm not seeing happen. I mean, it could happen, but what's implying it? What's implying that it's about to just pump here? Nothing's really implying it yet. The target will be 531. Till then, you're making higher lows, right? All right, man. Looking toppy on Bitcoin. Head and shouldery, rectangle. If the trend remains bullish as F, 26,000. If we're gonna pull back because there's a lower high, and momentum is shifting, then 20,333, and you're still. You're still not even at previous all-time. I think if it's getting down to 20,333, it's gonna probably try to run down to 19,891 to test it. So we'll see, man. We'll see. So thanks so much for the likes, love, support, contributions. I've been live now for an hour and a half, so covered a lot of these altcoins. Talked about the lawsuit and all that. So hopefully. I mean, at least you have a little bit of clarity on what's going on, right? So I'll be back. Till next time, respect the T. Hey.
I'm a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
XRP gon' price gon' dip.
Adios, turd nuggets.